on the Rogue Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is a picture-perfect Tuesday evening in wine country. It's game 1 of 2 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Tonight is the biggest game of the regular season. The top 2 teams in the Pacific Empire League squaring off. The number 1 top of the team in the league in the Healdsburg Prune Packers taking on the second place team in the Medford Rogues. The Rogues 23-7 overall in the season, 10-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Rogues put their 7-game winning streak to the test tonight against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Rogues got the sweep against the Humboldt Crabs on Saturday and a gutsy 3-2 victory against the Crabs. It was actually the Crabs just struck first. Rogues got a couple of runs across on a pass ball, and then Rogues offense found a way to capitalize in that bottom half of inning number 8. Rogues offense swung the bat well, a 2-out triple off the bat of Logan Macy. Kean Sanchez drove in an RBI single, and the Rogues offense was able to prevail in the home half of inning number 8. That was a very interesting 9th inning. It was actually one of the assistant coaches for the Humboldt Crabs was tossed out of the game earlier, and then head coach Jeff Giacomini was tossed out, arguing a batter's interference call that was the leadoff man. Colton Boardman was about to get over to third base, but had to go back to second base due to the batter's interference with the batter Mikey Pickett. And that was a very interesting one, and Josh Rodriguez found a way to shut the door on the Humboldt Crabs. Rogues offense and defense looking pretty strong. This is the first road game in this 2026 campaign, and the Rogues looking to go 1-0 on the road. You're going to hear from head coach Kevin Olmstead talk about that a little bit later on, about how tough it is to play on the road. And this is going to be interesting to see what the Rogues are made of on this beautiful Tuesday evening in Sonoma County. Rogues played 3 games here last year. Rogues were swept against the Prune Packers, and it was a very interesting one. It was a tale of 2 teams from last year to this year. Rogues have an opportunity to punch their ticket to the postseason. The magical number this week, you have to get 3 wins against Healdsburg, 1 game against Solano, or either 2 wins against the Lincoln Potters. That will be a 2-game set Friday and Saturday. It is going to be very intriguing to see what's going to happen tonight. It is a picture-perfect evening in Sonoma County. It is glacier blue skies overhead. Apologies for the camera placement tonight. We were kicked out because of the band that is here currently just to the right of us. You'll be hearing the band throughout the whole entire evening. And this is a Rogue squad looking to punch their ticket to the postseason. First time, trying to do that for the first time ever when being in the Pacific Empire League. Now let's take a look at the opposition. It is the Healdsburg Prune Packers, 27-5 overall in the season, 16-4 in Pacific Empire League action. This is a Prune Packer squad that split the doubleheader against Solano on Sunday, dropping game 1 at 5-1 against the Mudcats, but answering back with a 15-5 victory against Solano. And this is a very interesting Prune Packer squad. Just before we saw the Crabs last week, they got a 3-game sweep against the Prune Packers got a 3-game sweep against the Crabs right here in this very same ballpark. And this is a Prune Packer squad on a mission trying to get themselves back into the postseason once again in Pacific Empire League action. And talking with head coach Joey Gomes after their batting practice, he was talking about the challenges of staying focused in this part of the season, because a lot of guys, he was telling me, a lot of guys after July 4th want to go home, but it's who wants to stay here, who wants to stay hungry, and who can get the job done. And it's all going to be interesting to see what's going to transpire on this beautiful Tuesday evening in the Sonoma County. To give you the starting pitchers for tonight's matchup between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues, going for the Prune Packers, it is Slade Morris. He works with a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, curveball, and the slider. And countering for the Rogues, he has his parents, his sister, and his 2 grandparents in attendance tonight. They're in that first row, just right behind home plate at Rec Park. It's Tristan Ainsworth who gets the start. 4-pitch mix, a fastball, curveball, slider, and the changeup. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and of course the standings. That's brought to you by our good friends at Holt Home. Brought to you by Kramer Cabinets, to be exact. It's Healdsburg that has topped the league with a record of 16-4. Medford is 10-4. They're in second place, so the top 2 teams duking it out for the next couple of nights. Lincoln is in third place. They're 11-8. The Humboldt Crabs are 11-8 as well, so they're tied for third place at the moment. West Coast Kings are 8-12. Solano Mudcats are 8-13, and the Marysville Giants are 1-15. A couple of other games going on currently around the Pacific Empire League with the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. Lincoln taking on Solano, and it's the Potters currently leading 8-0 against the Mudcats. That is in the top half. The Humboldt Crabs try to get themselves back in the win column against the West Coast Kings. So those are the 2 other games going on currently in the Pacific Empire League. Once again, welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with second-year Rogue Chris Ortiz and also get a chance to go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmsted. It is scheduled for a 6 p.m. first pitch, and we've been here the last year. They had games that were starting at 5:54 p.m., 5:55. It'll be intriguing to see what's going to transpire when we get going. But we'll throw it to commercial break, and we'll get a chance to listen to those 2 conversations. We'll get you ready for a 6 p.m. first pitch, if probably 5:55, give or take, here at Recreation Park. It is a hot one. Temperature is in the 90s, a high 90s, 99 degrees to be exact. Blue skies overhead, hints of clouds, and it's a perfect night for baseball. Can the Rogues find a way to separate themselves in the Pacific Empire League standings? We shall see in 3 hours' time. Those 2 conversations coming up right after the break. It's game 1 of 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. Keep it locked in on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is a second-year Rogue, Chris Ortiz. Chris, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. You went to school in California. You went to school at Sonoma State. You went to school at Stanislaus State. What's it like being back in the state of California?
I've gone to school a bunch of places. I grew up in Southern California. I remember first time coming back here last year, I didn't even realize how close this was to Sonoma. It took me going to Dave's after the game and realizing it was the Dave's that I would go to after a Sonoma game that I was like, oh, this is where I'm at. So, everything looks familiar, but a lot of stuff in Northern California looks familiar. So.
This is your second year in the Rogue Valley. You're always a great leader behind the dish. What's the difference from last year to this year in your eyes?
I think, I think we recruited really well this year. The last year had some really good aspects to the team, but we fell short in other areas. This year it feels like we just patched those areas up, and everybody's really hell-bent on grinding and competing every day, and that usually leads to more success. So then you're happy with the success, so then you're more motivated to grind, and it was just kind of like a circle moment right now where everyone's kind of in sync.
And this team is in sync. A big week ahead for this Rogue Squad, a 5-game road trip, and it starts tonight at Recreation Park against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. And every year, it's a new team, new pitchers, being able to have that new dynamic. What's that one thing that you've noticed from the new arms when you're behind the dish catching?
They compete. They throw a lot of strikes. There's a lot of strikes being thrown. There's a lot of competitiveness to the pitches that they do throw. So, and then everybody feel like they're willing to try and pick the next guy up if somebody struggles or something like that. So, I mean, that's a good aspect to have in your pitching staff.
And this being the second year in the Rogue Valley, you get the opportunity to have not one but three of your teammates from either Sonoma State or Stanislaus State to be on this Rogue Squad. And you get one of your college teammates is your roommate up in the Rogue Valley of Kian Sanchez. What has that been like having him, being able to take him along in this journey this summer?
Oh, it's been great. I knew we really clicked once I got there. You know, I knew some Sonoma State guys and some guys that I've known for a while transferring to Stan. But I met Kian there, and, you know, we hit it off pretty quickly, and he was looking for a place to play in the summer, and I was like, dude, I know a great spot to come up. And so I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get him with my host family, but then I asked Coach to pull some strings, and, you know, me being a returner, and I have a pretty good relationship with the coach. He was like, all right, I'll do it for you. So we got Kian slotted in there to live with my host family. It's been great. A lot of fun.
And you get that opportunity to be able to take them out for the cookies because you guys get the cookie tote at McDonald's. You guys are watching movies and shows. And Keenan was talking about this a little bit this week a couple weeks ago about the show you guys are watching. What's the show you guys are watching these days?
The Boys. Yeah, The Boys and the spinoff series Gen V. I've already seen it all, but we were always looking for something to watch at the end of the night, and I just asked if he'd seen it, and he said no, and I was like, all right, this will be a little shock for you. It's a lot of shock value in that show.
We were talking about this a little bit with Keaton's interview about, you guys are not golfing, you guys are not fishing, you guys are just enjoying the AC, being able to watch movies. Where did the love of watching movies and TV shows come for you?
It's a good question. I think, growing up, I grew up in Big Bear a lot, and I remember, so this would probably be the earliest memory because there's a bunch of things I could probably point to where I grew a love for cinema, but I think some of the earliest memories was in Big Bear. It felt kind of like a treat to go to the movie theaters with my mom or my family. There wasn't a whole lot to do up there. And so that became kind of a thing. You'd go into like Old Town Big Bear, or the Village is what it was called, and you would just kind of, find a nice little quaint spot to eat and then go to the movies. And then growing up, once I moved out of Big Bear, watching shows every night with my mom, we've probably 60% of all series that I've seen has just been because I'd be watching them with my mom late at night after school or something, and it just became it's a hobby of mine. I love it.
And this team has an opportunity to go to the postseason quickly. What do you think what can this team do this weekend for the rest of the season?
What can we do? We can win. We've proven we can win. So, we just compete and win, and if we don't win, we try to win again the next time. So I think this is a great group of guys. A lot of times, it feels like the game feels long. It's 9:45, it's 10, and we're like, oh, it's over. Like, let's play 3 more innings. We'll give the other team a couple runs. Let's keep playing. So, hopefully we're fortunate enough to be in that scenario. There's going to be tough games, but, we're going to try.
I know you talked about your mom a little bit ago. You want to give her and anybody else a shout-out today?
Well, I'll always give my family a shout-out. They're my whole support system, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my grandmother. I'm pretty family-oriented, and I can't show enough respect, so shout-out to everybody over there.
Chris, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there. Enjoy the rest of the road trip in California.
Thank you, Brian.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight, Chris Ortiz, and we come right back after this. We go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmsted. Game 1 of 2 in wine country between Healdsburg and Medford. More of the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. We are getting closer to first pitch between Healdsburg and Medford, game 1 of this 2-game set from beautiful Recreation Park. It's time to go one-on-one with the coach, Kevin Olmsted. Coach, how are you? Happy first day of the road trip.
Oh, happy first day. I'm doing great, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Coach. Coach, it is the first game of a 5-game road trip, probably the biggest game of the year, but probably the most important question is, how did the guys travel down today?
They had fun with it. They listened to some music. They took a little nap. They played Mafia. We got to the hotel early so the guys could go to the store, get some food, get some drinks. So they had fun. They were super excited about this trip. They've been saying it for a week and a half now, how they couldn't wait to go on the road and, do some damage out here.
This is when you go on the road, it's totally different routine. What's that message to your guys about being able to get a good routine while on the road?
Yeah, it is tough playing on the road, especially in this league. This league has their home field advantages, their niches. And so for me, with my message always, it's you walk in like you own the place. This is your home field. You treat it like your home field, and you just simply dominate like it's your home field. And so with that, if they do that, then they feel more comfortable. They feel more at home.
Last time out, a great victory against the Humboldt Crabs. That was a low-scoring fistfight. 2 coaches ejected, a batter's interference call in the 9th inning. It felt like everything was there in that game on Saturday. What did you like about how the team handled its business on Saturday against Humboldt?
Yeah, I really like their composure. We were down 2-0 late. We made that pass ball. We scored 2. That was electric. But they held their ground. They threw strikes. They competed well. The at-bats weren't necessarily there for all of the game, but they were there when it mattered. And so from that, it was this is a gritty league. These teams are very good, and so one day you'll win by a lot. The next day you'll be getting your butt kicked right now. And so it's just about how you just handle that adversity and how you just stay course to course by every pitch.
This is the second to last week of the regular season. You see everybody twice again that you saw in the first part of the league, especially in the late part of June and the early part of July. You saw the Prune Packers 3 games up there at Harry and David Field. It was a matter of 6 plays that made the difference in that whole entire series. What's that message to the guys about being able to handle the adversity and be able to handle business for these 2 games?
Just keep having fun. Just keep playing baseball the way it's supposed to be played. If we make the routine plays, if we throw strikes, and if we have quality at bats, we'll have our successes. And so with that, we just can't get off track there. We can't be distracted by anything there. We just have to go out and continue to play our game, because you hit the nail on the hammer. At one play could dictate the entire game. And so with that, we just have to be where our feet are at.
And we saw the Prune Packers 3 games up there at Harry and David Field. What do you expect from Healdsburg this go-around?
They're going to come after us. This is a very good team. Hats off to them. They have been playing very good baseball this entire summer, and so they're going to come at us, and we just have to be able to respond well.
Tristan Ainsworth gets to start tonight. What do you want to see from him?
Yeah, Tristan has improved this summer. He's developed really well. I would like for him to just, again, be composed when he walks a guy. I don't want to see 2 walks in a row. I want to see him to continue to beat the strike zone, strike 1 after that walk. And so from there, just continuing to dominate the strike zone.
Coach, this is a team that has had the highs of highs and the lows of lows, but this team right now is starting to click at the right moment. Is there anybody that you want to see, knock on some wood, anybody that you want to see be able to make that jump, that they be able to have a good game tonight?
Yeah, honestly, Ainsworth. He's had a couple starts, and, he's improved a lot, and I just want to see another time of him continue to be dominant on the bump.
I don't normally bring this up, but it's a very unique facility at Recreation Park. It plays very small. It's going to be a very hitter-friendly ballpark. What do you want to say? What's that message to the team about being able to handle the facilities here at Recreation Park?
Yeah, offensively, it's not being too big. If you think too big, you're going to fly out and you're going to just miss balls. We still have to go to our approach of low line drives, hit the ball in the gap. We're doubles hitters, and from there, the ball will sneak out of the yard more. On the defensive end, it is a weird field, but they just have to gear up and get ready for it, pitch one, anyone.
Coach, I always ask you this question, keys to victory?
Yeah, I think being where your feet are at. We're going to face adversity today. The crowd's going to be good, and so we just have to handle that adversity well and be where our feet are at.
Coach, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there, and I'll see you on the bus.
Go Rogues!
That's head coach Kevin Olmstead joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, lineups and first pitch. Game 1 of 2 from beautiful Recreation Park in Sonoma County. Game 1 of this 5-game road trip. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball. Rogreen CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogreen CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogreen CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
We are right around the corner for first pitch, game 1 of 2 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues from Recreation Park. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It is the grounds meeting going on currently at home plate between the head coaches Kevin Olmstead and Joey Gomes. Two coaches that have battled it out in the last couple of years, and they are going over the ground rules and also what to expect at Recreation Park. This is a very unique ballpark. a lot of the guys that have never been on this road trip before had their eyes wide open a little bit. Think about what the dimensions of the ballpark is currently. It's 280 down the line in left field, 380 in center field, and 350 to right field. It's a very unique field. It's one of those Sonoma County ballparks. It is the home of the Hounds for Healdsburg High School football, so it has the football and the baseball look to it. So it's kind of like that Oakland Coliseum vibe, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to transpire this evening. It's the Rogues and the Prune Packers are out to do battle. It is a 6 p.m. first pitch, and I think we might be going a little bit early, but this is a Rogue squad that is hungry to get a win on the road. They have not gotten a win on the road yet because this is the first road game of this 2026 campaign. Rogues have a 5-game road trip this week, and then a 3-game road trip, actually a 3-game series against the Humble Crabs next week. That will be at the Arcata Ballpark a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And head coach Kevin Olmstead bringing in his guys on that first base side, kind of telling them to give them the ground rules about what to expect at not Harry and David Field, but Recreation Park. It is a very hot one Tuesday evening in wine country in Sonoma County. Rogues and the Prune Packers square off for the 4th of the 2026 meeting of this 2026 show season. And you think about what the Rogues did last time. We forgot to talk about in the Ossipole Guy on Deck show. You think about what happened. Think about this. The Rogues got game 1 on a walk-off from Larson Custer. Rogues offense looked really strong that day. And then the next day, it was a pitching performance between Chandler Day and Herman Luna. Rogues were on the opposite end of that. A couple of runs came across in that 8th inning that changed the whole entire evening for the Rogues. Then it was the Prune Packers that took that to even up the series to force the rubber game. And it was just kind of that throughout the whole entire evening. And then that final day, on getaway day, the Rogues played a very clean game into the 9th inning, and they kind of had a bad 9th inning, and that was the whole entire series. So the Rogues have learned. They know what to expect, and the Rogues take on a very good Healdsburg Prune Packer squad, and now the umpires telling head coach Kevin Olmstead to close the fence on the first base side. Rogues and the Prune Packers about to duke it out. And they are the Prune Packers in their black jerseys, the maroon numbering, with the white lettering, with that white outline, with the white pants. Rogues rocking with their classic green and black uniforms, and of course their gray pants. Send it to the public address announcer for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
And we are ready to go on this beautiful Tuesday evening in one country. It's game 1 of 2 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, once again for the Rogue Streaming Network. Starting lineups have been introduced. I'll give you that starting lineup for your Medford Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. The Rogues are 23-7 overall in the season, 10-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the left footer Jonathan Walsh. The 2 spot is a shortstop Logan Macy. And the 3 hole is a third baseman Kean Sanchez doing the cleanup, and is catching tonight is Chris Ortiz. The 5 hitter is Chance Flores. He's at first base. Evan Saito is the 6 hitter. He's patrolling center field. Ethan Swenson's the DH man tonight. He is in the 7 spot. Max Shabasteri is patrolling right field. He's batting 8th. And Travis Finney is at second base, and he is batting 9th. So it's Walsh, Macy, Sanchez, Ortiz, Flores, Saito, Swenson, Shabasteri, and Travis Finney. Starting pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, it is Slade Morris, who works with a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, curveball, and the slider. Slade Morris gets his final start of this 2026 summer season, so he's going to try to finish out on the hot note. You might have seen it in the Pacific Empire League social media post that it was their catcher earlier in the season. We saw him at Harry and David Field. Hideki Prather actually was drafted in the draft earlier this last weekend. So it is Slade Morris getting his warm-up tosses in right now. Slade Morris, a sophomore, ERA at 2.25. 1 win, no losses, 6 appearances, 6 starts. Gets his 7th start of 2026, 18 innings on the hill. And he has an opportunity to do battle Jonathan Walsh, the first man he sees on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Temperatures in the upper 90s. It is a hot one at the ballpark at Harry and David Field. We are not going to be able to provide you the balls and strikes tonight, but we'll just give you the strike count. We're about ready for liftoff on this beautiful Tuesday evening. First pitch to Jonathan Walsh. Fastball misses low and in. And we're underway at 6:01 p.m. What a concept. Last year the games were starting at 5:54. Now they're starting games at 6:01. So 6:01 p.m. for the first pitch. Glacier blue skies overhead. 1-0 pitch finds the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan Walsh at the dish from Dover, Tennessee. Always a pleasure talking with him. It was a great conversation on the bus because 6 hours was a great time on the bus with the guys. A .291 hitter so far. 1-1 misses, finds that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This season, Jonathan Walsh, 4 triples, 1 double, 1 round tripper. And he's been that table sitter for the Rogues so far in 2026. Slade Morris works on that third base side. The rubber first put that 1-2, fouls it off to the right side, and we'll do it again. So how our camera is set up on that third base side, but our computer is set up sideways as well, so we can't operate the balls and strikes tonight, but we have the score bug up and running. And 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jonathan Walsh. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes square. Heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead touch on this in our one-on-one conversation. Talking about it was great. The guys have been really excited about this road trip because this team is believing at the right time. 2-2 home. Hits down the air, right center field, tracking it down is Kelly, the right fielder. That's going to drop down for a hit, and Jonathan Walsh puts on the brakes at first base. Lead-off single to begin the evening. 1 on, nobody out. Just getting underway in the top of 1. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. 1 on, nobody out. Here's the shortstop Logan Macy, his first trip of the evening. Coaching over at third base is head coach Kevin Olmstead. At first base is Monty Spence. Rogues in their green jerseys, gray pants. Healdsburg in their black jerseys with the maroon numbering at the white outline. First pitch, swing and a miss on the slider, strike 1. Logan Macy this season a .333 hitter. 11 doubles, 1 triple, has 2 runs batted in so far. His triple on Saturday paid dividends. Strike 1 pitch, finds the inside third quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Just getting underway in the top half of inning number 1. Good crowd on hand for a Tuesday night. We have the Prune Packers band right next to us, so you might be hearing the band during our commercial breaks. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Logan Macy. The pitch, slider misses up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jonathan Walsh with a small lead at first base, holding the runners. Austin for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Slade. Hits that in the air. Right center field, tracking it down as Watson. The center fielder goes to his left, makes the one-hand grab with the shades on, and Logan Macy flies out for the first out of the inning. Base 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of ones. Even the defense is backing up the starter Slade Morris for the Prune Packers. Around the horn from third to first, it's Campbell, Mansberry, Lewis, and Austin for it. And the outfield from left to right, it's Golden, Watson, who made the grab for out number 1, and Zane Kelly. Behind the dish catching for the Prune Packers is Trivian Martinez out of UC San Diego. Here's the righty, Kian Sanchez, with a base runner at first base and 1 out. That is Jonathan Walsh. First pitch, slider finds the inside third, strike 1. Kian Sanchez this season, a .421 hitter. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 13 runs batted in so far this season. Kian Sanchez has been swinging a pretty hot stick so far in the last couple of weeks. Behind, no balls and a strike. Strike 1 pitch, dots the inside corner. That's been that favorite spot for the southpaw Slade Morris. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Kian Sanchez. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Prune Packers fans not happy about the strike zone so far, dictated by the home plate umpire. We did not get his name. We'll get that name for you in the next couple of innings. Kian Sanchez still behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slade Morris sets up on that through to base side of the rubber. Small lead for the leadoff baseman of Jonathan Walsh. 1-1, misses inside, and the count goes square. Prune Packers infield can definitely turn too. Mansberry and Lewis starting to set up for that. They're definitely scheming on this steaming Tuesday evening in Sonoma County. If you're not used to the heat, it's definitely a culture shock. 2-2, fouls it off, third base side, goes out of play. We'll do it again. Great conversation with Kian Sanchez's roommate up in the Rogue Valley and his college teammate Chris Ortiz. Chris Ortiz shedding light on them watching movies and TV shows, being able to just relax, enjoy the AC in the Rogue Valley. 2-2 home, throw over to first base, gets Jonathan Walsh back to the bag of a head-first slide. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield is starting to play deep for the Prune Packers. Outfield playing deep and straight away for Healdsburg. 2-2, finds the top third, strike 3. Kian Sanchez down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Slade Morris this evening. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the road at the first. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's Chris Ortiz back in his old stomping grounds. Guy who was at Sonoma State for the last couple of years. Sonoma State's athletic department shutting its doors. And then Chris Ortiz and all his teammates trying to find new homes around the country. Chris Ortiz found his home in the San Joaquin Valley of California at Stanislaus State. First offering home. First pitch, fouls it off right side, strike 1. Chris Ortiz has been that vocal leader in that dugout and also in that bullpen. Chris Ortiz this season, a 345 hitter, 17 runs batted in, a triple and a home run. Slade Morris still sets up on that third base side. The rubber glances at first base. Jonathan Walsh with a small lead. Austin for it, holding the runner. Pitch is elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have to experience Recreation Park. It's a very old venue. It's wooden bleachers. Knock on some wood. Tracy Macker, communication director, doing that. 1 ball and a strike upcoming. 1-1. Misses up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chris Ortiz has been that cleanup man for the Rogues so far this season. Think about what he was last year. Guy that was great with the pitching staff, has been great with the pitching staff. Also shed a little bit of light on the pitching staff this year. 2-1, swing and a miss on high fastball, and the count goes square. Healdsburg comes up to the dish in the home half of inning number 1. So a lot of things happening. Rogues don't want to leave a man on at first base. Morris sets up on that third base side of the rubber. Small lead for Jonathan Walsh at first base. Runner goes 2-2. Fastball misses inside. The throw to second base by the catcher Trivian Martinez, and he's out at second base. Jonathan Walsh caught stealing at second base, closes the book on the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. We head to the home half of inning number 1 right after this. Medford nothing, Healdsburg coming up on a steamy Tuesday evening in the wine country. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Beautiful Tuesday evening in the wine country, not in the Rogue Valley. Rogue's offense struggling in the top half of inning number 1, leaving a base runner on at first base with Jonathan Walsh, and he was actually caught stealing at second base. As do that starting lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, led by head coach Joey Gomes. Prune Packers 27-5 overall in the season, 16-4 in Pacific Empire League play. Batting lead off is the center fielder Rex Watson. He's from Manteca. The 2-hitter is the left fielder Cannon Golden. He played up in the Rogue Valley in late June. Cade Campbell is the third baseman tonight. He's a 3-hitter. Trevian Martinez bats clean up. He's the catcher. Zane Kelly is in right field. He's batting 5th. J.C. Osario Agard's the DH man tonight. He was in the Rogue Valley as well. He's the 6-hitter. Matthew Austinford is the first baseman tonight. He is in the 7th spot. Matthew Mansberry is the shortstop tonight. He's the 8-hole hitter. And at second base is Brendan Lewis. So it's Watson, Golden, Campbell, Martinez, Kelly, Osario Agard, Austinford, Mansberry, and Lewis. Starting pitcher for the Rogues. Starting pitcher is Tristan Ainsworth. Again, his warm-up tosses in, throw over to second base, means we're about ready for the home half of inning number 1. Has been that type of evening for the Rogues already. So Rex Watson leads off the inning. Had a great conversation with his grandfather this afternoon. Watson out of Coastal Carolina digs in for his first trip of the evening, facing Tristan Ainsworth. Tristan Ainsworth sets up on that first base side, the rubber. Sets up, and the first offering home. Fastball misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Fastball screams over our heads. We'll do it again. Watson this season, a .474 hitter, has had 19 at-bats, 7 games he's played in. He's drawn 8 walks, 8 RBIs for him this season. Settles in. Waits for the 1-1 from Tristan Ainsworth. Tristan sets up, he waits, and the pitch. Fastball misses low, 2 balls, 1 strike. I know that the video side is frozen. We're trying to fix that currently with our technical difficulties. We are at Recreation Park, so bear with us. We're going to try to get that fixed right now. We have the audio play-by-play of tonight's play-by-play story. Game 1 of this 2-game set between the Prune Packers and the Rogues. The 1-1. Fastball, fouled off, swing and a miss. Fouls it off, rather. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, 2 balls and 2 strikes now, says the home plate umpire. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Just getting underway in that home half of inning number 1. 2-2 from Tristan Ainsworth. 2-2 gets away from the catcher. Chris Ortiz goes to the backstop. It's a short backstop from home plate to the backstop. So the count fills. And this is a big pitch upcoming for Tristan Ainsworth. Ainsworth gets a signal from his battery mate, Chris Ortiz. Rex Watson trying to get aboard. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 off the end of the bat. Come back right to Tristan Ainsworth. Gloves it, throws it to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 1. 1-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here is the left fielder, Cannon Golden. Let's give you the defense is backing up the starter, Tristan Ainsworth. Around the horn from third to first, it's Kean Sanchez, Logan Macy, Travis Finney, and it Chance Flores. The outfield from left to right, it's Jonathan Walsh, Evan Saito, and Max Shabasteri. Chris Ortiz doing the catching tonight for the Rogues. Chris Ortiz, our Rogues player spotlight. Bases empty, 1 out. Here is the lefty, Cannon Golden. Cannon Golden was the left fielder, and he played a little bit in that series up in Medford. First pitch popped up, foul down the third base side, and it goes out of play. Strike 1 to Cannon Golden already. As that's been that type of, think about what Cannon Golden did in that series for the Prune Packers. Cannon Golden, the sophomore from Old Miss, the Buford, Georgia native. Waits the strike 1 pitch from Tristan Ainsworth. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses. Up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to get the video side of it fixed for you. We apologize for the technical difficulties. 1-1. Fastball elevated. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Wyatt, are you hungry, baby?
2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the fastball. Nasty pitch by Tristan Ainsworth. The count goes square. Rogues bullpen is sitting under an oak tree beyond right field. That's the bullpen at Recreation Park. 2-2 home from Tristan Ainsworth. 2-2 misses low and in on the slider, and the count fills. Cannon Golden at the dish for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Golden this season, .341 hitter. Counts full, 3-2. And the pitch. 3-2. Fastball outside the ball 4. Cannon Golden takes first. Coaxes a 1-out walk. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home first. Scoreless between Medford and Healdsburg. Here's the third baseman for the Prune Packers, Cade Campbell. Game 1 of this 2-game set getting going. Early going. We are in that home half of the first. And this is a big pitch and a big at bat for Tristan Ainsworth. You can definitely turn 2 if you are the Rogues middle infield. Logan Macy and Travis Finney definitely scheming of turning 2 in this inning. First pitch, fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hold it there. I'm going to have to take it away because it's too loud.
Ainsworth sets up on that first base side. Medium size lead for Golden at first. Pitch misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Scoreboard's a little bit slow, but we'll keep you apprised of that.
We need to be mindful of everybody else listening, okay?
2 balls, no strikes. Ainsworth sets and fires. 2-0. Fastball finds that top third. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Okay. I think mom and dad are not liking. Go for it.
2-1 home. Fastball elevated. 3 balls, 1 strike. And past times we've been here at Recreation Park in Healdsburg. We've usually been to the right, but band's usually here on Tuesdays and Fridays. So got moved over here to this side on that third base side. 3 balls and a strike from Tristan Ainsworth. 3-1, misses down and in, ball 4. Cade Campbell takes first, back-to-back walks issued by Tristan Ainsworth this evening. Puts 2 on, 1 out. We are in the home first. Now pitching coach Nick Berger steps out of the dugout for the Rogues. An early mound visit to try to calm the nerves down at Tristan Ainsworth. Tristan's mom and dad and both grandparents and sister are in attendance. It's a 2-hour drive from Tristan's home in Brentwood, California. Response to the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. We're also brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Home plate umpire break. It walks out halfway, but the conversation concludes, and it is a interesting. Nobody's active in that bullpen just yet, but you can definitely feel the urgency. You have to get that second out with runners at first and second. You got to turn 2 if you are the Rogues, but you got to get that second out, build the confidence for the starter Tristan Ainsworth. Tristan sets up on that first base side, the rubber. He waits, lands at second base, fires the first pitch. First pitch popped up in the air. Third base side of the infield. Foul territory, calling everybody off is Chris Ortiz. Kian Sanchez tries to make the play. He can't make the play. It bounced just a couple of feet to that third base dugout. Kian Sanchez lost the hat in the process, but every fly ball is an adventure here at Recreation Park, and we got our first adventure of this evening. Kian Sanchez trying to track down a pop fly, and it is a short distance between the dugout to the base paths. Got to be very careful because you don't want to get hit on the head because everything bounces around here, ricochets a lot in this area. No balls at a strike upcoming from Tristan Ainsworth. Tristan sets up on that first base side, fires the pitch, strike 1 pitch, misses up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. Cannon Golden at second base. Cade Campbell at first base.
You can drum on my leg if you want. Gentle tap.
Ball and a strike. Fastball misses low and skips across the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rogues have to find a way to get that second out in the inning. You don't want to load the bases with 1 out. You don't want to face Trivia Martinez, the cleanup hitter for the Prune Packers. This is a crucial at-bat for the Prune Packers and also a crucial at-bat for the starter Tristan Ainsworth. Glances at second base is Tristan Ainsworth. Fires a 2-1 pitch, hits that in the air. Center field, tracking it down is Evan Seidel. Circles to his right, and Evan Seidel makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Keeping him at bay at second base is Cannon Golden. Cade Campbell stays on at first base. So Trevian Martinez, flies out for the second out of the inning. Here's the right fielder, Zane Kelly. So it is the 5th batter to see the starter, Tristan Ainsworth. Zane Kelly out of San Diego State. Guy who was in that lineup for the Prune Packers back up in the Rogue Valley. So Campbell at first base, Golden at second base. This would be a crucial inning for Tristan Ainsworth to try to get out of this inning unscathed. Glances at second base, fires the first pitch, fouls off the fastball, goes to the backstop, strike 1. Zane Kelly at the dish for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Kelly, the outfielder, 296 hitter. .23 runs batted in so far. Prune Packers only 180 feet away from scoring. No balls and a strike upcoming. Ainsworth glances at second base, fires a pitch. 0-2, popped up in the air, first base side of the infield behind home plate. Chris Ortiz throws the mask away, going to try and make the play, and it just bounces on the Rogues dugout on that first base side. And yet again, another pop-up that doesn't go in favor of the Rogues. So it landed on that on that top of the dugout on that first base side. And so quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Zane Kelly. This is a crucial at-bat once more. It feels like every at-bat in this inning has felt crucial. You think about what happened. Cannon Golden drew a walk, and then Cade Campbell drew a walk. Trivian Martinez flied out. So this is, if Tristan Ainsworth can get out of the jam, you can definitely do it in this situation. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, hits that in the air. Center field drifting, charging in now is Evan Saito on the run. Tracking it down is Jonathan Walsh. Evan Saito calls him off and says, hey, I got it, my friend. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors, but the Prune Packers leave a pair on. Cannon Golden left on at second base. Cade Campbell left on at first. And we head to the second inning right after this. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Scoreless between Medford and Healdsburg. Game 1 of this 2-game set between the Prune Packers and the Rogues. We apologize for our video technical difficulties from Recreation Park. You broadcast outside and you broadcast in this place. You tend to run into difficulties, so we apologize once again for that. We do have our audio side of the broadcast currently going on for you. Apologies for that, for the technical difficulties. Rogues in the top half of inning number 2, sending that is Chris Ortiz, Chance Flores, and Evan Saito due up for the Rogues. So 4, 5, and 6 due up. Chris Ortiz was at the dish when the catcher, Trivian Martinez, caught Jonathan Walsh stealing at second base. First offering to Chris Ortiz. Slider misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And we do have our audio, but apologies for the video technical difficulties. And it's just been that type of evening. Hits down the air, left field tracking it down is going, that's going to drop in front of him. And Chris Ortiz gets aboard with a leadoff single. So back-to-back innings where the Rogues have gotten the leadoff base runner on. You like what you're seeing so far. Apologies, I see our comments. Apologies for that. 1 on, nobody out. Here's Chance Flores, his first trip of the evening. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. We are in the top half of inning number 2. Crucial inning. First pitch finds top third, strike 1. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled score bug. And the pitch, swing and a miss on the strike. Chance Flores this season, guy who's just been with the Rogues for the last couple of weeks rather. Chance Flores, a .227 hitter so far this season. And the pitch fouls it off to the right side, quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Right against left, Slade Morris on the hill on that third base side. Medium-sized lead for Chris Ortiz at first. 0-2, slider misses down and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Think about what this team has done so far. Tristan Ainsworth handling adversity well in the home first. Prune Packers leaving a pair on at first and second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, instead throw over to first base. Chases back. Chris Ortiz gets back to the bag with a head first slide. Good tag applied by the first baseman, Austin Fort. 1 ball, 2 strikes still. 1-2, hits down the air, center field going back is Watson. Watson, the center fielder, runs up with the one-hand grab with the shades on, and Chance Flores flies out for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the road second. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. Here is the center fielder, Evan Saito. Rogues so far this evening going to try to find a way to capitalize on the offense. Trying to capitalize on this Prune Packers defense. First game of this 2-game set between these two programs. 4th meeting of the season. It's a gate open at the football field. First one. Fastball misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Evan Saito this season in his first year in the Rogues uniform. Morris's 1-0 pitch. Fastball clips the top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saito this season for the Rogues, a .358 hitter. 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs. 11 runs batted in so far. Ball and a strike. Morris glances at first base and the pitch. 1-1, swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 2. Winning 2 home from Slade Morris. Fastball misses up and out, and the count goes square. Chris Ortiz got aboard of a leadoff single for the Rogues. Chance Flores flied out to center field. That's been the inning so far. Count square at 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. Saito down on strike. Second strikeout victim of the evening. That is the second out of the second inning. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the road second. Here's the DH man, Ethan Swenson for the Rogues. No score between Medford and Healdsburg. We actually have our friends listening to us on our Facebook page on the Medford Rogues Baseball Medford Rogues Baseball Facebook page. You can watch the video side of this. You want to have the audio side of the broadcast as well. First pitch to Ethan Swenson, fouls it off down the first base side. Strike 1. Base runner at first base. That is Chris Ortiz. He got there because of a leadoff single. Rogues have gotten the leadoff man on. 2 for 2 so far this evening. Leadoff single from Jonathan Walsh to begin the first inning. Chris Ortiz the lead off the second. Rogues have not been able to get a runner across yet. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the slider. Ethan Swenson at the dish. Swenson, a 182 hitter, 2 doubles, but has struck out a pair of times so far in this 2026 campaign. Slade Morris sets up on that third base side of the rubber. His last start of the summer for the Prune Packers. 0-2 home. Fouls it off, and it ricochets off the first base dugout. You got to watch out there. The ball is very fast off the bat at this ballpark. This ballpark plays very small, but also you don't want to get injured. And either on that third base dugout or that first base dugout, think about what happened in that home half of inning number 1, couple of pop-ups, and the Rogues infield, and with Kian Sanchez, the third baseman, and as well as the catcher Chris Ortiz, trying to find their footstep and trying to find their ground here at this ballpark was very interesting. 0-2. Fastball misses up and out, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we just got to get used to your surroundings, and this is a park that it will ricochet off the backstop. It'll come. It will be. It's pretty loud, especially how far we're that close away from the ballpark, from the place. 1-2 hits it in the air, right field. Going back is Kelly. Goes to his left with the shades on. Makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left. Chris Ortiz left on at first base. We head to the home half of inning number 2. Right after this, it's scoreless between Healdsburg and Medford. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 2 from Recreation Park in Healdsburg, California. Medford nothing, Healdsburg nothing, due up for the Prune Packers in the home half of inning number 2. It's the 6-7-8 hitters, J.C. Osorio-Agard, followed by Matthew Austinfort and Matthew Mansberry. Tristan Ainsworth getting his warm-up tosses in currently. Tristan facing adversity in the home half of inning number 1. Issued a pair of walks of Cannon Golden and Cade Campbell, but found a way to get out of the jam. So 2 base runners left on so far for the Prune Packers. And one of the most lethal hitters in the lineup, J.C. Osorio-Agard, previously at San Jose State. He'll be playing for Rich Hill for the University of Hawaii come the fall. And he settles in for his first trip of the evening. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on our YouTube channel or also on our Facebook page for this evening's contest between the 2 programs. First pitch, ground ball to left side. That's into left field for a base hit. And J.C. Osorio-Agard wasting no time on the first pitch he sees. Lead-off single for the Prune Packers. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the home half of inning number 2. We are going to try to fix our Wi-Fi and our video side. We'll have that for you. We might be broadcasting from a different perspective tomorrow. We'll get that all figured out for you. But Matthew Austinfort settles in for his first trip. J.C. Osorio-Agard with a leadoff single. Has a medium-sized lead at first base. Now a big lead. Chance Flores, the first baseman, holding him on. It is Tristan Ainsworth who works on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, Potts popped up in the air down the left field line, and it goes out of play. Strike 1. Matthew Austinfort at the dish. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Michigan Wolverine. A lot of Michigan guys on this Healdsburg roster so far this season. Austinfort, a .266 hitter so far this summer. 0-1, misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seen that slider from Tristan Ainsworth. Works with that 4-pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, slider, and the changeup. Rogues can definitely turn 2 in this inning. Logan Macy and Travis Finney thinking of that. 1-1 pitch, misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. From our vantage point, we don't normally see, can't really tell how the strike zone is. I think our friends from the Prune Packers audio side might give us a better picture on how this strike zone is being dictated. And the pitch. Fastball elevated. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good crowd on hand at Recreation Park. 3 balls and a strike now. Ainsworth waits, sets, and the pitch. 3-1, ground ball right to Chance Flores at first base. Throws it over to second for 1. The throw to first base, and the throw's in time. It's a 3-6-3 twin killing, and wipes off the leadoff man, J.C. Osorio-Agard. Crucial second out, first and second out of the inning. And you like that double play turned by the first baseman, Chance Flores. So bases empty, 2 outs. We are in the home half of inning number 2. Scoreless between Medford And at Healdsburg, here is the shortstop Matthew Mansberry, the right-handed batter. First pitch misses, down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Like what Tristan Ainsworth has been able to do so far, facing adversity well. His mom and dad and grandparents and his sister in attendance. Tristan and a guy that grew up 2 hours away in the Brentwood area, East Bay, near Pittsburgh. Guy from Delta College, blasting the music on the bus, brought his own speaker, like a 6-foot speaker. And it was, a foot speaker. It was blasting music. And his teammates are giving him a hard time on his music choices. 2-0 pitch, hits down the air, right center field, tracking it now is Max Shabasteri, the right fielder, and he makes the grab for out number 3. Mansberry flies out for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left, but a 3-6-3 twin killing wipes off the leadoff man, J.C. Asario-Agard, and we remain scoreless between Healdsburg and Medford. We play 2 in wine country. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Healdsburg nothing, Medford nothing. Top half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Brian Witch back with you. Tracy Mack riding shotgun from Recreation Park on a hot Tuesday evening in wine country. Rogues offense gets back to work. 8-9-1 do it. Max Shabasteri leads off the inning, followed by Travis Finney, and then back to the top of the order with Jonathan Walsh. Slade Morris begins his 3rd inning on the hill, giving up a pair of hits, but no runs currently. First pitch, slider finds the inside corner, strike 1. I know some of our friends are listening tonight back in the Rogue Valley. Shout out to Bella Driscoll and her family listening, our social media intern that helps us out at the ballpark. She's listening to the broadcast. Max Shabasteri hits that one into left field. That's going to drop down for a hit right in front of the left fielder, Cannon Golden. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Rogues have the leadoff man on. 3 innings, 3 leadoff singles. You like what you're seeing from the Rogues offensively. You get base runners on, but the next question is, how do you get runners across? And can Travis Finney answer that question? 1 on, nobody out. Here's a 9-hitter, Travis Finney, the second baseman. Prune Packers infield definitely thinking of turning 2.
Hey, guys, stop. Sorry.
First pitch misses downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney back in the lineup after being hit in the cheek by a baseball in the cheek. But he's totally fine. His mom and dad were checking on him afterwards. Even my parents were checking on Travis to make sure he's okay. That was a nasty hit, swing and a miss on the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Travis Finney gets out of the batter's box, goes back in. Trying to find that offense once again. Travis Finney this season. 357 hitter so far in 2026. Runner at first base, it is Max Shabasteri. Holding the runner is Austin Fort, the first baseman, and the 1-1 fouls off to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Travis Finney still behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A critical pitch in this at-bat. Outfield playing deep and straight away for the Prune Packers. Center fielder Watson playing very deep right by the ivy in center field. 1-2. Slider fouled off, goes to the right side. We'll do it again. Slade Morris, starting pitcher, the southpaw, sets up on that third base side of the rubber. He's been at that spot throughout the whole entire evening. 1-2. Slider misses low. Quickly to throw it over to first base. Did not. Was Trivian Martinez. And the count goes square. Travis Finney trying to get aboard. 2-2. Called strike three on the inside corner. Travis Finney down on strikes. Third strikeout victim for Slade Morris. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 3. We go back to the top of the order with Jonathan Walsh. 1 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues offense try not to go in reverse on this Tuesday evening in wine country. Good friend of ours from the Prune Packers. Listened to our broadcast when we were up in the Rogue Valley. Gave me a bottle of wine. A 2025, I think it's a 2025 vintage, I think. I got to double check that. Bouncing ball, trying to track that down as Trevian Martinez gets the ball back. Max Shabasteri gets back to the bag at first base. Never had Sonoma County wine. Now, that'd be very interesting. I don't have the taste palette. I know so certain people would love to have that bottle of wine. I'm not a wine drinker, but I'll drink wine occasionally. 1 ball and no strikes. Throws it back to first base. Chases back Max Shabasteri. Still 3 balls and no strikes. In an inning where the Rogues have gotten that leadoff man on, ever since after that leadoff man gets on, it's just the Rogues offense sputters. Hits down the air as Jonathan Walsh down the left field line, and it goes out of play. Strike 1. Tracy Mack operating the camera for us on Facebook Live. There's some chicken tenders, like some hot dogs and some coleslaw. There's like that slaw. Okay then, that looks pretty good. 1 ball and a strike to Jonathan Walsh. Slider finds the outer third at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jonathan Walsh 1 for 1 so far this evening. Singled in the first, caught stealing at second base. Rogues going to try to be a little bit aggressive. Max Shabasteri, a medium-sized lead at first base. Holding the runner is Austin Fort, the first baseman. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fastball misses up and out. And the count goes square. Slade Morris sets up on that third base side of the rubber. Jonathan Walsh trying to get aboard. I know his mom and dad are listening right now. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, pulled to the third base side. Gobbled up by Campbell, the third baseman, throws it over second for 1. The throw to first, and the throw's not in time. Jonathan Walsh reaches on a fielder's choice, so officially 5-4 on the force out. Walsh reaches on a fielder's choice, and the Rogues continue the inning. So the Prune Packers trying to turn a double play. Thought they had a 5-4-3 twin killing. Jonathan Walsh gets over to first base. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 3. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. And here's Logan Macy. Macy 0 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues offense looking to try to capitalize in game 1 of this 2-game set. First pitch. Misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield is playing deep for the Prune Packers. Now the scoreboard's starting to blink off in center field. We have not gotten off the air yet. And the pitch. Misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes to Logan Macy. 1 ball and no strikes, rather. But you like what the Rogues have done so far, putting a lot of pressure on this Prune Packer squad. Medium-sized lead for Jonathan Walsh at first base. 2-0 pitch, fouls it off to the right side. Strike 1. Sun is still coating the landscape at Recreation Park. A little bit of shadow starting to appear. A little bit of a shadow from the football scoreboard in left center field. Beautiful landscape beyond right field. A couple of oak trees near the bullpen of the Rogues. 2-1. Fastball elevated, 3 balls, 1 strike. And you might notice, if you're on the Facebook side, you notice those bleachers beyond right field. That's actually the football stadium. for Healdsburg High School. This is a multi-use facility. Try to capitalize. 3-1. Fouled off to the screen. And the count goes full. We're going to try to be multi-use in the offensive side. That includes the small ball. With 2 outs, you don't want to be too aggressive. Macy tonight flied out to the center fielder Watson back in the first inning. We are on the top of 3. Slade Morris sets up on that third base side. The rubber fires a 3-2. Fouls off the fastball as Logan Macy goes to the backstop, and we'll do it again. So there's some chicken. I think that's fish. I think that might be fish down there. Or is that chicken? There's French fries and there's chicken down there. Chicken, okay. We have a fish expert in Tracy Mack right next door, so might get some halibut. Count is full, 3-2. And the pitch, runner goes. 3-2, chopper to the left side, gobble it up as Mansberry, the shortstop, throws it over to first base, and the throw is automatic for out number 3, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Jonathan Walsh left on at first base. We head to the home half of inning number 3 right after this. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. A good game brewing in wine country. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet-friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 3 from Recreation Park. Healdsburg nothing, Medford nothing. Game 1 of this 2-game set. A critical game 4 in the season series between these two programs. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Tristan Ainsworth begins his 3rd inning on the hill, handling adversity as well. In the first couple of innings, think about this, in that top half of inning number 1, Tristan Ainsworth issued a pair of walks to Cannon Golden and Cade Campbell, but found a way to sneak out of the inning. It was left base runners on it, first and second. J.C. Osorio Agard got aboard with a leadoff single. A 3-6-3 double play was turned for the Rogues, and then Matthew Mansberry flied out for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So the Prune Packers send in 9-1-2 in the batting order. Brandon Lewis leads off the inning, followed by Rex Watson and Cannon Golden. So 9-1-2. So 9, and then back to the top of the order, 1 and 2. Brendan Lewis, a guy that has a little bit of history in the Rogue Valley. First offering to him. Fastball finds top 3rd strike 1. Brendan good friends with Matty Ibrahim Jr. Brendan out of ASU, and actually he is the batter that broke his bat at Harry and David Field on that Sunday. Strike 1 pitch. Chopper to the left side, takes it on hop as Logan Macy, the shortstop, throws it over to first base, and the throw is on the money for out number 1. Late decision by the first base umpire. 6-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order with Rex Watson 0 for 1 so far this evening. No score between Healdsburg and Medford. This is a critical game in the regular season for these two programs. We talked about a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Diving into the Kramer Cabinets out-of-town scoreboard and the standings. Healdsburg 16-4, Medford 10-4. Two teams that had 4 losses going into this one. First pitch swinging, hits down in the air. Left fielder going back as Walsh. The left fielder at the track, at the wall. Did he make the grab? Yes, he did! Jonathan Walsh at the track, reels it in for the second out of the inning. Had to use all the grass in left field to reel that one in, and Watson flies out for the second out of the inning. Great job by Jonathan Walsh to track that one down, 2 up and 2 down in the home half of inning number 3. You like what the Rogues have done so far this evening, and this Rogue squad does not really look tired after being on the bus for the last 6 hours. But you like what the Rogues have done so far this evening. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the lefty, Cannon Golden, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cannon Golden today reached on base in his first AB. No balls and a strike upcoming. And the pitch. Slider misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. The team is staying in Windsor for the Senate tonight. They'll be in Fairfield tomorrow. So, team got to the team hotel and got a chance to walk around. Got to go to a couple of the shopping establishments. Went to Rayleigh's for the pregame meal. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Go to that deli at Rayleigh's. Good bread. Good sandwich, good turkey. Got a turkey with some lettuce and some tomatoes, some mustard and mayonnaise. Really good stuff. 2 balls and a strike from Tristan Ainsworth. Chopper up the middle. Logan Macy, the shortstop, bobbles it. Can't make the play. It bounces into center field. Cannon Golden reaches at first base to extend the inning. Question is that an error, or what's the official scorekeeper going to say? No wording yet by the official scorekeeper, but Cannon Golden extends the inning. That is an E6 on Logan Macy. You can't blame him. The ball just bounced a little bit. They're going to say officially a hit. So the official scorekeeper is going to call it a hit. So 1 on, 2 outs. Here's the righty, Trevian Martinez. First pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 1. Or excuse me, Cade Campbell, I should say, at the dish, I should say, reached on it, got aboard with a walk in his first AB, jumped the gun a bit. Martinez waits on deck, but Cade Campbell found his way on in the first inning. No balls and a strike upcoming. Runner goes, fastball popped up in the air. Chance Flores gives chase the first baseman, and it goes out of play. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Campbell got aboard with a walk back in the first inning, but was left stranded there. Prune Packers in the last 2 innings have left 3 base runners on. So the Rogues and the Prune Packers have not been tidy on the base paths. The Rogues have left only 2 on so far. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Fastball, pulled a foul to the right side. We'll do it again. And you think about what this team has done so far. Prune Packers trying to get themselves another victory in league, but also trying to get themselves into the postseason once again. If they get a couple more wins this week, they might be able to punch their ticket in the next couple of weeks. 0-2 misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Slider misses low, and the count goes square. Interesting that they did not appeal it to first base, but we continue. Tristan Ainsworth looks on at first base, looks at Cannon Golden. They are going to score that as a hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 2-2. Good frame draw by Chris Ortiz, misses upstairs, and the count fills. You think about what Tristan Ainsworth has done so far in this evening's contest. His 3rd inning on the hill. Trying to get that 3rd and final out. Count is full, 3-2, runner goes. Fastball fouled off, through the base side, bounces around on that dugout of the Prune Packers. We'll do it once more. Gets back into the batter's box. Three and two. Runner goes. Fastball elevated, ball four. Cade Campbell takes first. So a 2-out single by Cannon Golden. Cade Campbell reaches with a walk. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 3. Scoreless between Medford and Healdsburg. Here's the cleanup man, Trivian Martinez. Martinez today 0 for 1 at the dish. Rogue's going to try to find a way to sneak out of this inning alive. You think about what Tristan Ainsworth has done so far. Same exact situation he was in the first inning. Sets up on that first base side is Tristan. Glances over at second base and fires the first pitch. Slider gets away from Chris Ortiz. Runners advance. Cannon going to third base. And Cade Campbell to second. Puts runners at second and third. If you're Tristan Ainsworth, you don't want to load the bases with 2 outs in this inning. One ball and no strikes upcoming. And the pitch. 1-0, hits hit in the air, center field. Going back is Evan Saito. That's going to drop down for a hit. 1 run's easily in, 2 runs are easily in. It's a 2-run double for Trevian Martinez, and the Prune Packers break the ice on this Tuesday evening. Healdsburg leading 2-0 against Medford in the home half of inning number 3. And a big hit from the Prune Packers, the hometown Prune Packers liking that hit. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 3. Here is the right fielder, Zane Kelly. Zane Kelly this evening, 0 for 1 at the dish. You think about what the Rogues have done so far this evening. They've done a pretty good job eliminating damage. And Zane Kelly going to try to worsen the damage with the Prune Packers offense. 2 runs across on 2 hits in this inning. First pitch, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Tristan sets up on that first base side. The rubber feeling the adversity. Glances over at second base in the pitch. 1-0. Clips the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Good pitch by Tristan Ainsworth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second base, Trevian Martinez. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Outside, the count goes square. From Union City, California. At second base is Martinez. Zane Kelly at the dish. Kelly flied out to center field to close out the first inning. Count is square in the pitch. 2-2. Slider misses inside, and the count goes full. Ainsworth trying to get out of this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Zane Kelly is down on strikes. A critical strikeout for Tristan Ainsworth, his first strikeout of the night. And the inning comes to a close. 2 runs come across, 2 hits, no errors, but 1 left. Trevian Martinez left on at second base. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Prune Packers. We played 3 in wine country. We go to the 4th inning right after this. Kian Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, and Chance Flores. Can the Rogues offense respond? More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogreen CN Medford Airport is pet-friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogreen CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with personal water pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by the Lumen Road or call 415-535-627 to book your tour today. The sure place to call at Oak Ridge Estates. Through 3 innings, Recreation Park in Healdsburg, California. 2-0 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Your Medford Brian Welch of the Rogue Stream Network. Happy to have you aboard where maybe in. Slade Morris begins his 4th inning on the hill. The starting pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers has given up no runs, 3 hits, and errors so far this evening. But the Rogues batting order 3, 4, and 5 due up. Kean Sanchez, followed by Chris Ortiz and Chance Flores, has something to say. We actually fixed our camera, so we are going to get that fixed for you right now. First pitch, fastball misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Paul is frozen. A great pitcher for you. Tracy Mack riding shotgun for us tonight and holding up the camera for us. Kean Sanchez 0 for 1 so far this evening. 1-0. Fastball finds the top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kean Sanchez getting a look at the home plate umpire. That has not been a strike dictated as far this evening. Sanchez tonight 0 for 1 at the dish. Infield is playing deep for the Packers. We're back with our camera in action. And the pitch, one's going to miss on the slider. Ball got away from the catcher Martinez. Strike 2. We even had the fans listening to our broadcast this evening. Kean Sanchez tried out a little bit more offense. Struck out in his first AB back in the first. 1-2, keeps it found down the first base side, goes out of play. We'll do it again. Infield is playing deep. He makes the grab for out number 1. Sanchez flies out the left field for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the top of 4. Here is the catcher, Chris Ortiz. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by our good friends at Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations at Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Bases empty, 1 out. Here is the catcher, Chris Ortiz. 1 for 1 so far this evening. First pitch, fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Great conversation of Chris and our Rogues Player Spotlight and the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Chris reminiscing a little bit from last year. Guy who went to school at Sonoma State just down the road from Healdsburg. Hits that in the air. Left center field, tracking it now is Watson. Watson circles to his right. The center fielder charges, makes the one-hand grab with the shades on. And Chris Ortiz flies out second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 now in the road to 4. Takes up to 2 outs. Here's the friend Chance Flores. All from green 1 of this 2-game set. And it is the 4th inning. Off speed, misses inside. Ball. Flores this evening 0 for 1 out for Watson in the second. Watson's had a work so far this season, but on center field, the Prune Packers. Fouls off the breaking ball, bounces off the stands, and goes out of play. Here's the pretty good. I think our next order of business is going to be getting a tripod. Next, the ball pulled to the left side, picked up by the shortstop Mansberry, throws it to first base, and the throw is not in time. Infield single for Chance Flores to extend the inning. Mansberry on the back pick trying to make the play. He threw it to first base. Flores infield single extends the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top center fielder Evo. 2-0 lead for Healdsburg. Rogues right now offensively trying to keep the offense moving. And you think about what the Rogues have done so far this evening. It is the 4th straight inning the Rogues have gotten a base runner on. The question is, how do you get it across? Morris sets up on that third base side. The rubber, small lead for Chance Flores at first. First pitch, tattooed foul to the screen. Strike 1. Saito tonight did not show base in his first AB. Head of the right-handed batter, take it on the lefty. Slade Morris works on that third base side of the rubber. Ground ball to the third base side. It goes foul. Kevin Olmstead, the third base coach of the Rogues, does not flinch. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Evan. Evan struck out back in the second. Was the second out of the inning. Give you that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. After this pitch. 0-2, fouled off, right side. Goes out of play. We'll do it again. So apologies once again for our technical difficulties with the video freezing, but we had the audio for the first couple of innings. No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball gets away from the catcher Martinez, going towards second base. It's Chance Flores, and he scampers to second base. Puts the Rogues only 180 feet away from scoring. That is the first time a Rogues batter has gotten to second base without being thrown out at second base. So quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Evan Saito trying to provide a little bit more offense. Ethan Swenson waits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morris looks over at second base and the pitch. 1-2, fastball elevated, and the count goes square. Sun is starting to set in Sonoma County. Shadows starting to appear a little bit. We talked about the football scoreboard, looking at having a little bit of the shade. Shade starting to appear on the right side, on right field. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Evan Saito down on strikes, and that closes the inning in the top half of inning number 4. So it is the 3rd strikeout for Slade Morris this evening. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Chance Flores left on only 180 feet away from scoring. It's a 2-0 lead for Healdsburg. We head to the home half of inning number 4. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. And the Prune Packers band entertaining the fans at Recreation Park with a good old Sweet Caroline. I might be a little bit biased, but Jackson Boone does a little bit better at Harry and David Field. Prune Packers leading 2-0 against Medford. Top bottom half of inning number 4 from Recreation Park on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. My name is Brian Woj of the Rogue Streaming Network, alongside with Tracy Mack. She's riding shotgun tonight. She's holding the camera for you on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's 6-7-8, 2 up for the Prune Packers. J.C. Osorio Agard leads off the inning, followed by Matthew Austinfort and at Matthew Mansberry. J.C. Osorio Agard 1 for 1 so far this evening. Found a way to get aboard. Tristan Ainsworth works from that first base side. First pitch slider misses. 2-0 lead Prune Packers off a 2-run double from Trevian Martinez. That's been the offense so far this evening. Walton in the air, left center field. Going back as Evan Saito circles to his right. And it is Jonathan Walsh hears it for out number 1. Cesario Agard flies out the left for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 4. 2-0 lead for Healdsburg. Here's Matthew Austinfort for 1 so far this evening. And you like what those have done so far tonight. Tristan Ainsworth has had his moments on the hill, but has handled the adversity well so far tonight. Sets up on that first base side. Offering home from Tristan Ainsworth. First pitch, breaking ball finds the inside corner, strike 1. The Austinfort batter, 0 for 1 so far this season. The left-handed batter grounded into a 3-6 double play in the second. And misses low. Talked about stands a little bit ago. Take a downtown scoreboard that's brought to you by Kramer. A couple of other games going on currently in the Pacific Air League. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch from Tristan Ainsworth. Misses down and in. 2 ball, 1 strike. Couple of other games going on in the Pacific Empire League. It's a 21-0 lead for Links. And the other game gotten started. They on the top half of number 1 from the Arcata Ballpark. 1-1. And a little bit 2 balls. 1 strike. West Coast teams in a 5-game set. So head coach Kevin Olmstead at the dugout on that base side has a conference on with Tristan Ainsworth and Ortiz brings in the infield as well. And this pause the action is brought to you by good friends at the Awesome Pool. If your pool or hot tub need repairs, call the Awesome Pool CB 255-795. Quick conversation concludes for Kevin Olmstead and company. We go back to work once again. So far this evening, found ways to get out of innings. The ball strike upcoming to Matthew Austinfort. Get the one from Cortez. We'll go back to work once again. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito a little bit into left center. Couple of steps. Left the Ivy in the center field. Perfect evening for baseball. Just the one thing is, it's hot in the wine country. 3-2 pitch. Down steps it in. Gave away from Chris Ortiz. Matthew Osborne takes first. So he coaxes a 1-out walk. So a walk issued by Tristan Ainsworth. That is walk issued. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of number 4. 2-0 for Hillsburg. Here's the shortstop, Matthew Mayberry. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Hillsburg trying to provide a little bit more offensive security. We're going to try to find a way to turn 2. They've done that before tonight. First one from Tristan Ainsworth. First pitch, ground ball. That is a fair ball into the left field corner. It goes. Going towards third base is Austinfort. The stop sign put up by the third base coach of Joey Gomez. It's a 1-out double off the bat of Matthew Mansberry, and the Prune Packers are in business. Puts runners at second and third. So the walk from Austinfort, the double from Mansberry sets up the baseman Brendan Lewis. And head coach Kevin Olmstead steps out of the dugout and he calls to the bullpen. And we will have a new pitcher to who he is when we come right back after this. Great outing for Tristan Ainsworth, but you hate to see it end on that note. This pitching change tonight and all season long is brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 2-0 lead for the Prune Packers in the ball half of inning number 4. Runners at second and third. More of this on the Rogue Streaming Network. First call to the bullpen this evening goes for the Rogues. It is Lorenzo Lugan as Warmer tosses in, replacing the starter Tristan Ainsworth. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Tristan Ainsworth finishes with a 3 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, no errors, but did issue 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, but struck out only 1 batter. And the Rogues send in Lorenzo Liu. Infield is closed in for the Rogues on this Tuesday evening. Lorenzo Liu faces the second baseman, Brendan Lewis, for the first time this evening. First offering, it comes home from Lorenzo, who sets up on that first base side. Now steps off the rubber. Brendan Lewis in the 9 spot for the Prune Packers tonight. Gets ready to go to work now. Infield is closed in for the Rogues. And the first offering comes home. Fastball misses
Planning
outside.
to move?
One ball,
Choose
no
Pods,
strikes.
the most awarded container
Shortstop
moving
Logan
company.
Macy begin the
Whether
third
you're
inning.
moving across town
Runner
or
at third base,
across the
Matthew
country,
Ossenford, you can
Pods brings the
definitely get it out
container
for
to
a run and call the
you.
Broom Packers.
Keep it as long as you like and pack
First
at
one.
your own pace.
One ball, no
When you're
strikes.
ready, we'll take it to
This
your
is
new
low and in.
home
Balls,
or
no
store it at a
strikes.
secure pod
Lorenzo
storage
this season
center until
been
you
a
need
reliever
it.
for the Rooks
And
to
best
bat.
of all, you don't
So
have
Lou get you his numbers after 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Lou steps off the. Lou this season ERA at 1.84, 2 wins, 1 loss, no saves, 16 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Lou has appeared in 10 so far this season, and he faces adversity in this inning. Runners at second and third. Game 1 of this 2 games between Hillsburg and Medford. Lou sets up on the first base side. 1-0. Pass ball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Scoreboard is starting to be a little bit sketchy. 2-0 pitch. Ball curves in for a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shadows starting to appear at the ballpark. Just a little bit more, a little bit in left field. It's a 12-foot high fence in left field. Infield is still closed in for the Rogues. 3 balls and a strike. Bouncing ball misses down and out. Ball 4. And Brennan Lewis loads the bases. So the second walk issued in this inning puts the bases loaded. 1 out. We go back to the top of the order with Watson. 0 for 2 so far this evening. Rogues defensively turned 1 double play earlier. Can definitely turn another one this evening. Going to turn a double play currently in this inning to try to keep the defense afloat. So the Prune Packers cover all the bags. Matthew Ossenford at third base. Matthew Mansberry at second base. Brendan Lewis at first base. And they cover all the pillows. Prune Packers wasting no time. First pitch. Breaking ball. Pours in for a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. We talked about the Prune Packers in that first series. This is if you make one mistake, it will come back to haunt you. Like the character Iceman from Top Gun. Strike 1 pitch. Bouncing ball. Good trap by Chris Ortiz to block it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And how close the backstop is to home plate. Let's see. Aggressive Healdsburg gets in this inning. 2-0 lead for the Packers. They cover all the bags. 1 ball and 1 strike upcoming. Sets and the pitch. 1-1 hits that in the air. Right field going back is Max Shabasteri. Shabasteri jogs up, makes the grab, tagging from third, speeding towards home as Matthew Ossenford. And the relay play is in. Not in time, says the home plate umpire. Max Shabasteri had a great throw from right field. Chris Ortiz applied the tag on the money, but the home plate umpire calls Ossenford safe at the plate. So it's a sack fly for Rick Watson, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Packers. And we will have to go back on the replay and see that traded out for a run. And Medford right now is going to try to find a way to combat that in this inning. 3-0 lead for Healdsburg. We are in the bottom of 4. Runner at third base is Matthew Mansberry. Brendan Lewis at first base. Runners at the corners. And that's been that type of evening so far. Can the Rogues find a way to settle down this potent throw over to first base? Chases back Brendan Lewis. Gets back to the bag of a head-first slide. Still waiting for the first pitch. If you're Medford, you've got to find a way to limit the damage against this very feisty Prune Packer squad. It's down in the air, right center field. That's going to parachute for a hit. 1 runs in, going to third base, and the tag is not in time. RBI single for Cannon Golden. It's a 2-spot put up in the inning. So it's a 4-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Back-to-back innings. The Prune Packers have scored a pair of runs. And the question is, got that second out. How do you get that third out if you're the Rogues defense? So runners at the corner still. Brendan Lewis at third base. Cannon Golden at first base. Here's the third baseman, Cade Campbell. 4-0 lead for Healdsburg. Game 1 of this 2-game set. First pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 1. Cade Campbell tonight reached on base in his last 2 ABs. And if you're the Prune Packers, you got to keep the offense moving. If you're the Rogues, you got to find a way to get it to a screeching halt in a hurry. Slider misses down and out. Chris Ortiz tracks it down, picks it up on the first base side. Underhand tosses over to Lorenzo Liu. Keeps Brendan Lewis at bay at third base. 2 runs across on it, 2 hits, 2 walks issued. One by Tristan Ainsworth, then he was pulled out of the game. Lorenzo Liu issued a walk as well. And Healdsburg has been able to capitalize on the Rogues' mistakes. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 2. You like that pitch if you are Lorenzo Liu, guy that just made his announcement that he'll be playing for Folsom Lake in the spring. Previously at Delta College. Guy that is back in his home state, California. A lot of players on this Rogue squad from the Golden State. 1-2, runner goes, bouncing ball, gets away from Chris Ortiz. Chris Ortiz at the dish and tags Brendan Lewis, and he's safe. Brendan Lewis steals home. Chris Ortiz going to argue the case. Head coach Kevin Olmstead fires out of the dugout, and that is the second call in this inning at the plate, and it's gone the Prune Packers' favor. Head coach Kevin Olmstead not fired up yet, trying to argue the conversation. And the question is, the plate is dirty from the slide. And Chris Ortiz was quick to argue with the home plate umpire. We did not get his name. Before first pitch, and Kevin Olmstead walks back to that first base dugout. Rogues can't catch a break in this inning. So another run scores. Brennan Lewis makes it the third run across in this inning. So it's a 5-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Scoreboard has not been updated yet. Run across on the hit. 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 left. Cannon Golden left on at third base. It's a 5-0 lead for Healdsburg. We head to the awesome pool guy 5th inning right after this. Rogues going to try to get their offense moving on this Tuesday evening in Wine Country. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? It's a 5-0 lead for Healdsburg in the top half of the number 5 we go game on this 2-game set. Brian Welch back with you in the Rogue Streaming Network. It is the 5th inning, and the special guest brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Drops every week during the season on the same channel. Replace your vinyl pool liner. Call the Awesome. Pool Guys, CCB 255-795. Healdsburg scoring 3 runs in the home half of inning number 4 on 2 hits. And the Rogues offense trying to find their offensive footing. And they see it's 7-8-9 due up. Ethan Swenson leads off the inning, followed by Max Shaw, Basteri, and Travis Feeney. New pitcher in for the Prune Packers. It is Simon is out. But I can tell you Simon Lemke this season has an ERA of .87. 1 win, no losses, 8 appearances so far, 10 1/3 innings pitched. Strike 1 pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. I lost my pencil. There it is. Thank you. Knocked on the ground. All wood bleachers here at Recreation Park. Thank you, fan. We are broadcasting with the fans tonight. Today, right out, right footer Kelly back in the 6th. If you're the Rogues, we've got base runner on the first 4 innings. Have not gotten a run across yet. And the pitch comes home again from Lemke. Fouls it out on the first base side. We'll do it again. "5-0 lead for Healdsburg. Game 1 of this 2-game set. 1 ball and 2 strikes still to Ethan Swenson, the right-handed batter. Sets and the pitch. It's that in the air. Center field going back. Watson at the track near the. He makes the one-hand grab with the. Swenson takes it for a ride, but it flies out the center field for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We on the possible guy inning. Here is the right footer Max Shabasteri. 1 for 1 so far this evening.